What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. Last time, we met the fifth and final type of Pikmin, the blue Pikmin. And this time, we are heading back into the Awakening Woods to hopefully start the day where we can completely finish it up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, to start this day off, I actually want Olimar to pull out, I think, 50 blues. And that's just to make this first part of the day go a lot faster. But also, I realized during editing for the last episode that I never actually talked about the blue Pikmin, so I guess I should. The blue Pikmin, they have really one claim to fame, and that is that they cannot die to water-based attacks or water itself. They are completely immune to water because they can breathe in water. As the ship said, they seem to have gills. They do have one other thing that they can do, which is super helpful actually. And that is if a Pikmin that is not a blue Pikmin falls into the water, if there is a blue Pikmin near them that is not assigned to a captain, they will rescue that Pikmin from the water. And it is super helpful if you have like your whites or your purples fall into the water, because they are very valuable and you don't want them to be dying to water of all things. But now I want to take my purples over here and I want to, come on, I want to use the purples to kill this yellow Wollywog, because it can get out of hand and kill your white Pikmin while trying to build this bridge if you let it live. So we are just going to throw the white Pikmin onto this bridge and see how Olimar is doing. He actually finished the wall and now they're working on this thing. This thing is a water seal, and if you break it, as our blue Pikmin just did, it will drain the water from the location where it's at. So it's very helpful to do, because that is something that will be helpful for next episode. We won't actually be going up there this episode, but for next episode, it's very helpful. And now I want the Pikmin to pull on the grass here, because I want to try to get as many of these blue Pikmin to leaves as possible. So we're just going to skip ahead a second until the blue Pikmin are done pulling up the grass. Alright. It looks like they got 3 things of nectar. That should be more than enough for all of the blues here. And indeed, it looks like it was. Which is very good, because it helps to have a lot of flowered blues for this upcoming dungeon. But now I want Olimar to run over here by where Louie is, because there's actually one more treasure that we can get over here. And first off, I want the white Pikmin to kind of deal with these emitters. That way, if we can get this one done a little bit faster, thank you, we can grab these purples and finish this bridge up very quickly. Because I want to do one more thing before trying to get that treasure that's right up there. And that is, I'm going to release my Pikmin and grab just the purples, because if we run up here, we have another burrowing Snagret here. And you want to use your purples to basically kill it very quickly. And actually, now that that burrowing Snagret is dead, we can grab our white Pikmin and run up to this gate. Intriguing. My acoustic sensors are picking up a high-pitched wail. It seems to emanate from the area near this gigantic stump. Ship, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but that's a wall? This large root must penetrate deep beneath the planet's surface. Fascinating. And while we're getting the last treasure, I want to send all of those Pikmin onto that wall so that they aren't in danger of falling into the water, which may or may not has happened several times while doing this. And I want to put, let's say, 20-ish Pikmin, 22 Pikmin over there. And then I want to have Louie walk over here and grab the Pikmin so that we can try to maneuver to where they are all still on here. And then we are going to switch over to Olimar and throw the Pikmin on top of this one to weigh it down so that Louie has the ability of actually throwing the blue Pikmin up here to get this treasure. And you actually only need 15 blue Pikmin to carry this. I just like throwing a couple extra up there just in case. And with that, I think we're going to grab Olimar and all of the blue Pikmin and have them... I think I'm going to have them just start carrying the other stuff back. Other stuff being this 5 pellet, and the head of the burrowing Snagret, which I don't actually know how many it takes. Nope. Take the burrowing Snagret. Take the burrowing Snagret head. And this right here, if we walk up to it, this is the Snagret hole, which makes sense when you consider it was being guarded by a burrowing Snagret. And it has water hazard, electric hazard, and poison hazards. So we need blue, yellow, and white Pikmin for this. We don't actually need any red Pikmin, and I highly recommend not actually bringing any, because they are not helpful. So we are just going to head back down to the ship, or to the landing site to get our Pikmin back. Also, there's a creeping chrysanthemum there, but I'm not going to deal with it, because we don't need to. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull all of these off, because I don't want to have to pluck Pikmin, because it's just going to waste time in the day. And we get an extra 100 Pokos for this, a nice air brake, which is weird because a shuttlecock is made for flying through the air and not stopping in the air, but okay. I'll take the 100 Pokos. And we're going to stop you because I want to... I think my white Pikmin and purple Pikmin are the right numbers, but I think I only want to bring 40 blues, and then the rest are going to be yellows. 25 yellows should be good, I'm hoping. Honestly, I'm not confident in these numbers, but we'll go with it. And we'll see who all gets these. It looks like blues get the 5 pellets and yellows get everything else. And now that we have all of our Pikmin, I'm just going to meet you back over at the burrowing, or not the burrowing Snagret hole, but just the Snagret hole. So we'll be right back. Alright, burrowing Snagret hole. Pikmin entering 100 out of 100. Let's go. This is actually the first dungeon we have entered with 100 Pikmin. The Snagret hole is also the longest of the dungeons we have entered so far, having 7 different sub-levels, when I think the second longest we have entered so far has only been 5 sub-levels. And to start this first sub-level, I want to just bring the purples along. And the reasons for that is that there are enemies all over here, as well as that big guy you can probably see sleeping in the background. But I want to just sneak up here and take out all of these male shear grubs. And I think there's only 4 of them. And then we want to sneak up here as slowly as possible and just throw our Pikmin as quickly as we can. Because we want to take out that orange Bulborb as fast as we physically can. Because it can become a real problem if you don't. And also, it is a new enemy, the orange Bulborb. It's basically just a stronger version of the red Bulborb. And you can also probably tell that it doesn't sleep as heavily as the red Bulborb because its eyes were partially open when we walked up to it. So you have to be very quick in attacking it or it will wake up and attack you, as you saw it almost attack my Pikmin. And I want to put a white Pikmin on this. And this first sublevel, as soon as we get done with this treasure, I guess. What's this marble called? This is Crystallized Telekinesis for 120 Pokos. But what I was saying is this sublevel is actually a birdhouse, which is weird because the burrowing Snagrets are known for digging in the ground and not flying. But I guess it does make sense that a bird-like monster would have like a bird-type theme. Alright, and we got a feather of a Leviathan feather. That is ominous as hell. What bird are you calling a Leviathan? Although I guess even a regular bird would probably be like a Leviathan size creature to like Olimar and the Pikmin. So that makes at least somewhat sense. But that's all the treasure on this sublevel, so let's go ahead and head to sublevel 2. Something I didn't actually mention in the first sublevel is that if you look through the cracks of that birdhouse, you can usually see out into this area the rest of the Snagret hole. And I'm actually semi-worried about this sublevel because I've had troubles with it in the past, being very irritating to deal with. And I think I don't see anything over there that's super dangerous, so we're just going to leave it for the blue Pikmin. And we are going to just head over this way. Because I know, yeah, right there, I can see a creeping chrysanthemum. So we want to walk up on it. The shearwig that decided it wants to party too. But we want to walk up on this creeping chrysanthemum. Walk away. I said walk away. It ate one of my Pikmin. Time to die for your transgressions. That's upsetting that I lost a purple there, but what can you do? We have another, oh, this is a male sheargrub, this one. And we have a cloaking burrow knit that's going to try to take our Pikmin away. Please die before you take my Pikmin. Give him back. Thank you. And this sublevel, I think both of the treasures, I think there's only 2 treasures, and I think they're both right here. So we're going to put 2 on that. And I'm going to just carry back all of the... Oh, there it is. There's another creeping chrysanthemum. Okay, that one at least missed. Thankfully. Okay. I was very worried about that. Also, what is happening here? I need 2 of you to carry it. Thank you. Those guys are carrying that back. We can have one carry that back and one carry that back. And this is the other treasure, I believe, that is on this floor. And making sure there are no more enemies here that are going to try to fight me. I don't think there are, so we're going to carry that back. And now that we're just carrying everything back, I think we're just going to skip ahead until everything gets back. So, actually, I decided to send Louie and the blue Pikmin across over here because there is something important here. Not the male sheargrubs. I don't want to deal with male sheargrubs. But over here, there is a white candy pop bud. So we are just going to send 5 blue Pikmin into it. And yeah, I did send 5. Or I'm missing a blue. Okay. I could have sworn I sent 5 into that candy pop bud. But we're just going to get a few extra white Pikmin, which we can always use. And it's something that you should probably also grab if you are... Nope, not white. I definitely want my blue Pikmin carrying those. Again, not white. Blue. And I want to see if this egg has nectar in it. So I can leaf up these 5 whites. Just for future sub-levels. And I think, other than that, we are just waiting for these these 2 treasures to get to the ship. What's this strawberry called? 190 Pokos? For a combustion berry. Interesting name. And we're just gonna put a bunch of more Pikmin on this to carry it back faster. Because I believe it is the last thing on this sub-level that we need. Alright, come on! You guys can make it. What's this? I wanna say rice ball. This is called a taste sensation. For 40 Pokos, which puts us over the 40% mark of our debt. And we have 62, you have 37, which is the correct amount of Pikmin. So we are just going to run all the way back over here to where the exit is. Actually, before we go, since we do have a couple of leaves that are struggling to keep up, I'm going to throw onto that egg and see if we can get these last 2 leaves into flowers. Alright. And now we can leave, because I don't believe there's anything else here. So we just head over here. Ignore the sheer wig and leave. Terrifying. How dare they booby trap the exit, by the way. Alright, sub-level 3 is somewhat dangerous, and the reason for that is because I want to take my Pikmin, I want to separate them, and I want to put my purples with Olimar and everyone else with Louie. And the reason for that is because, one, there is a swooping snitch bug here that I want to try to take out, if possible. Yeah, the swooping snitch bug is being obliterated real quick. But the other real reason to do this is because on this sub-level, there is more burrowing Snagrets. Specifically, I think there's 2. So, we take out this first one, thankfully without losing any Pikmin. Also, that burrowing Snagret has a treasure in it, so it's very nice to get that. But also, I'm going to put Louie over here to start breaking down some of these walls, because they are at least somewhat helpful to break down. And because we have already taken the burrowing Snagret down over here, we don't really have to worry about it. But I believe if we over here, yes, there's another burrowing Snagret. And I'm going to try to fight this one to where it gets stuck in the ground, because it does make them easier. There we go. That's what I'm waiting for. Alright, everyone, take him out. Are you kidding? Oh. Well, apparently they wanted to bring back... What is this, a sausage? Yes, it is. A meat satchel, to be precise. For 40 Pokos. And... where is this burrowing Snagret at? It literally needs like 1 hit. Thank you. Take back that head. And we will also take back I'm just gonna grab all of the Pikmin. And we're gonna take back both of the burrowing Snagret heads. Because I believe they actually give, they give 10 Pokos per head. Which is actually pretty decent for enemies. So we're gonna take out those, take out that wall, and then we're gonna break this wall as well. Bring you guys over here. And you saw over in one of the walls that there was a violet candy pop bud. So we are going to also get some more purples and whites. Those can break that. I think we'll do yellows for this one. Because we have 25 yellows going down to 20 yellows. And then we'll use blues for the purples. And thankfully, basically every time they give us candy pop buds, they also give us... What is happening over here? Okay, I guess there was nothing? Sure. But basically every time they give us candy pop buds, they give us eggs or ways to make them flowers. Which is very nice because unflowered Pikmin are not the greatest. Go ahead and pluck. Nope, not throw. Pluck these 5. Wow, it really sprouted like 5 of them right on top of each other. But we want to just kind of hug this wall and throw all of our Pikmin into this one. And then we'll throw some more onto this one, and hopefully that's all of the leaves. I don't see any more leaves, but we'll go over here anyway and just see. Anyone still need nectar? It doesn't look like it, so on to the next floor. Alright, floor number 4. And it is entirely possible that sub-level 4 of this, of the Snagret hole is the most dangerous sub-level we have seen so far due to one enemy, which I am terrified to actually know where it's at. I don't see it. It's right there. That little, like, larva right there is the most dangerous enemy in this cave. Almost including the boss, actually. So we are going to... I don't think there's anything over here. So I'm going to have Louie take our 20 yellows. 21 yellows? Nope. You are a white. And I'm going to have them break this electrical current. Because electricity in this game is actually an insta-kill on any Pikmin that are not immune to it. So any Pikmin that are not yellow instantly die when hit with electrical charge or currents. Which is very dangerous. And we have 3 new enemies right here, right next to each other, which is super dangerous. But I'm gonna go over the small ones first. Those are dwarf orange bulborbs. They basically work the exact same way as orange bulborbs, except they're the small versions. Basically, if you land right on top of them, they die instantly. The blowhog right there is a watery blowhog, so the same as a fiery blowhog, except it shoots water. And basically you want to use blue Pikmin or purple Pikmin to fight it, because blue Pikmin are immune to it and purple Pikmin are able to stun it. And then the big one, and the reason I am so afraid here, is the Almond Cannon Beetle larva. And that thing is a menace, and you want to get at it when its back is turned to you. So I'm just waiting here for it to become at least semi-safe. I kind of want that watery blowhog to kind of leave as well. Actually, let's go ahead and take out this guy and then run. Because the armored cannon beetle larva actually was helpful there. It took out the other dwarf orange bulborb. But what it will do is when it notices you, it'll shoot rocks at you. And the rock, if it hits your Pikmin, instantly kills your Pikmin. Oh my god, there's a second one! That is such a jerk move. That was horrifying. That, I'm literally shaking, actually. That was terrifying. But as you saw there, just like the blowhogs, it will also try to shake off your Pikmin. And in levels like this, if it's able to shake them off over the edge, it will just kill the Pikmin. So you want to be kind of careful about that. And I'm actually going to wait for this watery blowhog to walk away from that electrical current so I can kind of just obliterate it. And that's a watery blowhog over there, but I don't really feel like dealing with it currently. Can I have a couple of you guys to deal with these? The armored cannon larva only takes 7, so that's fine. And I'm actually going to have Louie take the yellows, and we're going to go ahead and break this current. Because I don't... There's orange dwarf bulborbs over there, but they're not nearly as dangerous as the armored cannon larva, beetle larva. Also, heavy duty magnetizer, aka a magnet. For 150 Pokos. And I just want to break that so I can have Olimar and these 7 go and deal with the orange dwarf bulborbs. Because the purple Pikmin are much better at dealing with them. Deal with that one, and can we deal... I don't really feel like trying to deal with that watery blowhog, so we are just going to try to start bringing everything back. And we can see... Actually, hold on. Everyone come with me, this watery blowhog's being obliterated real quick. Go ahead and spray if you don't mind, because it will help. And we'll just take you out. Perfect. Now we don't even have to deal with that current. And we are actually just going to be waiting for everything to get back. So I think we might just skip ahead here. Alright, this cherry is called what? For 20 Pokos. That's almost not even worth it. Cupid's Grenade. That's pretty funny. But actually, while we're bringing stuff back, I guess I should actually say that I got pretty lucky, I guess I should say, with the positioning of the enemies in this sub-level. Because these sub-levels, every time you load them, are randomly generated. So the enemies can be in any position, as well as any obstacles, being like the electrical wires and stuff, can also be in any position. So if you get like that drop armored cannon beetle larva on top of, say, an electrical current, you can get very screwed. But this is crystallized telepathy for another 120 Pokos. And according to the treasure gauge, that is everything on this sub-level, so let's go ahead and head to sub-level 5, which I believe is another quote-unquote rest area. Oh wait, never mind. This is definitely not a rest area. Let's see here. If I remember this floor correctly, well, I don't even need to remember it. If I remove my model, you can see that my treasure gauge is kind of losing its mind, and it's because of that enemy that's right there. That is an antenna beetle, and its whole purpose is to kind of just annoy you. But I first want to check out this area. I don't think there's anything there, so I'm going to send Louie and the rest of my Pikmin up into this corner to try to get them out of the way. And I'm going to send Olimar and the purples to try to deal with this guy. Okay, that apparently didn't work. Let's take out this drop orange Bulborb. And you want your Pikmin to try to stay away from that antenna beetle as much as possible. Because if it whistles them, it'll like hypnotize them. Another drop orange Bulborb. There are apparently a lot of these guys. I believe there's like 7 or 8 of them on this sub-level. Try to stay away a little bit. If it'll run over here, we can try to hit it. Basically, this antenna beetle will whistle, and speaking of whistles, will whistle and try to bring your Pikmin over to its side. But if we can just stun it using the purple Pikmin, it's usually enough to take it out after that. Take out this orange Bulborb. Oh, apparently this one had a treasure. I will take it. It is now mine. I don't believe there's really any more danger. What is this whistle called? For 75 Pokos, it is called the Emperor Whistle. And despite being a whistle that can control Pikmin, it has no special powers. I actually also want to go over here because I believe... yeah, there's another drop Bulborb. And what's in here? More nectar. Actually, because 2 of you are unnectared, are unflowered, you 2 can go ahead and grab that. And we haven't actually been over here yet. Is there anything over here? Nothing there. The bunch of eggs. And what is this called? Crystallized clairvoyance. So we got crystallized telepathy, telekinesis, and clairvoyance. All 120 Pokos. And I believe that is the last treasure here. So we'll have Louie go over here and grab these last Pikmin, 88. So there should be 11 with Olimar. And I almost am certain they're going to booby trap this, but it shouldn't matter. On to sub-level 6. Alright, sub-level 6 is actually the reason you want to bring a lot of blue Pikmin. Because there's just a lot of water on this sub-level for some reason. So I think I'm going to have Olimar running around with the blue Pikmin. And not this random white, or this random white. And we are going to try to take out that antenna beetle that is fleeing. Where'd it go? Alright, Louie, I want you to take the whites, or at least most of the whites, and start breaking these poison emitters. And let's go ahead and try to get this antenna beetle. That antenna beetle is definitely down. And I want to say there's something dangerous on this stage, but I don't know where it is. And it's terrifying not to actually know where it is. So I'm just going to kind of scout ahead with Olimar. There's a blue candy pop bud there. I have to assume it's over here. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. Take out that. Guys. Guys. There it is. Yeah, we just got another burrowing Snagret that wants to hang out and apparently protect this poison emitter. We'll go ahead and take that one out so we can deal with that burrowing Snagret later. And let's go ahead and take out that dwarf Bulborb. And I think that's the last I want the white Pikmin to do. Okay. I actually think what I'm gonna do next is apparently very slowly go up this ledge and take everyone except for the purples, and we are going to attempt to break down this wall. And then Olimar is going to take the purples, and we're gonna go kill ourselves a Snagret. And probably carry some stuff back. Okay, good. It's stuck. Everyone, get it while it's stuck. Can you explode, please? I don't know if there's a second one here. I really hope there isn't. But I wouldn't put it past them. There definitely is a second one. Take it out. Please explode. Thank you. And I'm going to have the purples start working on that wall. And I think that's basically everything that needs to be broken down and everything. So I don't need any more blues. So we don't need to deal with these blue candy pop buds. And I think I'm actually going to have the blues carry back this antenna beetle. And I think we're going to turn some blues into whites. 5? Okay, guess I missed. Is that... Oh, can we get into the candy pop bud, please? Just keep throwing till one makes it in. And that gives us 5 extra white Pikmin. And hopefully... 75... What was the purpose of that wall? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just gonna have the purple start carrying stuff back. You carry that back, you can carry that back. We'll carry this head back as well. And this stuff back. And I think... Oh, we do need the blues for one more thing. Hopefully I still have enough, because I think it requires 20. Okay, we have plenty. And all the Pikmin that are standing in that walkway will help once all of these Pikmin get there. But we need to go over here and grab this. Yes. And that should be most everything that we need to grab. What is this 4-leaf clover called? A science project. Not much of a science project, but 20 Pokos. And I think I'm just gonna have Louie run back to pick up Pikmin once they are all done. Also, I guess I should talk about these candy pop buds. This is called a queen candy pop bud, and it can basically turn any Pikmin into a red, a yellow, or a blue Pikmin. But since red, yellow, and blue Pikmin can be farmed out in the surface, I don't find much use to actually use the queen candy pop buds when they show up. Alright, what do we got? Looks like blueberry fruit yogurt named Salavatrix. Interesting. This is only a Salavatrix in the US and Europe editions of this game. In Japan, it is a treasure called Coiny the Refined, which is objectively a great name. And then next up is a kebab of some type. A triple sugar threat. I'm assuming this is like some kind of like candy or something from Japan. I'm not sure how much I would want to eat it after it being inside of burrowing Snagret, but you know. Also, 60 Pokos. And then we got one more treasure here. Everyone go ahead and lend a hand. And we got like a magnifying glass of some type, which if you actually look through the magnifying glass part of it, you can see it's actually magnifying what's in front of it. Like the ship, you can see in it. You can see the Pikmin sort of in it. It's kind of cool that it's actually working as a magnifying glass. But this is a stupendous lens, and is only a stupendous lens in the US edition. It is Mysterious Remains in the Europe version of Pikmin 2, and in the Japanese version, it is called the Ultimate Spinner, which makes it sound like a fidget spinner of some type, but I doubt it's actually that. And I believe in every single version, it is 120 Pokos. And we have 87. That is the last treasure, so you should have 12. Why did no one carry this back? Why is no one carrying the head of our enemy back to the ship? I'm gonna wait until that gets back, but I'm just gonna skip ahead till that. So... Alright, on to the final sub-level. Alright, level 7 of the Snagret hole. And actually, looking at this, I got a very good spawn for this, because you want to basically put all of your Pikmin into a corner besides your orange Pikmin, or purple Pikmin. Would want to just throw... Okay, this isn't working. Separate again. And Olimar, go ahead and grab these purples. And these purples. And then Louis, grab everyone else. Because now you should be able to without... I was going to say without grabbing the purples, but apparently that's impossible. Just stand in the corner and wait. But our boss fight here, if we walk out here, is a plated Snagret. Or Snagret. And it's called the plated Snagret because of the crest on its head. And we want to get Pikmin on its head because that is the only way to damage this thing. And actually, I want to kind of try to avoid it. This thing can jump around, making it more dangerous than a regular Snagret, and possibly the most dangerous Snagret in the entire game. It got one of my purples. We're basically just trying to kite it to where it tries to bite, and we can throw at its head. Because if we can get it stuck in a loop where it's going to try to dive, basically, I'm willing to lose a few purples here in order to try to stop this thing. And also, we are going to use a first purple spray because it's actually super helpful here. Most impressive. This fierce beast became as hard as stone in a mere instant. The ultra bitter extract seems to have a side effect that stops beasts in their tracks. Basically, the purple spray will freeze a creature wherever it is. And in this case, when it's stuck in the ground like this, it is super helpful because it basically almost completely just kills the thing. And we're just gonna run. Allow it to try to attack so we can try to get at least a few Pikmin on its head, and that is the fight. We only lost 4 Pikmin there, which is actually less than I was expecting. I was expecting it to kill a couple more purples. You've done it. That bird beast will trouble you no more. Processing. How curious. What that impressive mechanized masterpiece. well ship if we grab it, as well as this Snagrets head, because we are taking it as a trophy. And now we want to have Louis and Olimar kind of just check all of these, because some of these eggs might have something more unique than nectar in them. But we get the Justice Alloy for 100 Pokos. Berserk does not compute. A mellow this dense defies the fundamental laws of physics. And yet, if I use this to rework our president's treasured spacesuit. Processing complete. Fabrication of the metal suit C is now concluded. This suit is extremely durable. Getting gnawed on or stepped on will now produce minimal pain. Basically, using this suit will make it so your spacesuit or the captains are more powerful or tougher. They can take more hits, is what I'm trying to say. Put those like 11 on top of that. This seems to only be nectar, so not super helpful. We'll grab you guys, and yeah, we're just gonna be breaking down walls and seeing what are behind all of them. What's back here? We need a purple. That's not super important. That's just more nectar. So we have a couple more walls we can break down. And this one actually is not important. That's a Queen Candy Pop Bud that I'm not going to use, so there's no reason to break it. Purple. Purple. More nectar. And this is another Queen Candy Pop Bud. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these purples flowered. And that's just more nectar. So I think we're out of luck on seeing what else can pop out of the eggs. So we're just going to leave it here because this is the end of the Snagret hole. So I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we head back to the surface to do the final of the dungeons in the Awakening Wood. But until then, happy adventuring.